As soon as I started the stream, it started storming. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. How will these look there instead? I'm curious. Hita! Oh, close. What if instead of that, we did this? Because that sticks out all the way and it covers up those little bit of studs that are there. That's the one thing I was worried about the other day. And then I could just go... Like, that wouldn't match exactly. I don't know. I guess I just have to suffer and have that little piece sticking out. Because otherwise, the other... Wait, what's this one? Oh, wait, this one's... No, this one's better. This one's... Dude, there's so many different pieces for this kit, bro. There's so many. There's ones that... So this one does... Okay. It's just hard to tell because they rotate them all around. Yeah, what's going on, Neptune? But I think... Then I can place one of those. And that looks... more natural. And then, see, like, what I changed was this corner over here is one of the rounded corner ones. So you see that...
I like your cut, G!
Thank you. You kind of see that jagged corner sticking out. So what I'm trying to do is figure out the right combo of pieces that works a little bit better. So this is the one we want. Oops, not there. Oh. There we go. I think that looks a little bit, because now the studs aren't showing on those corners. So I kind of want to get the other one built, and I can't remember if I moved these or not out to the space that I needed. Yeah, what's going on, Z? I am working on, it's either, it'll either be an actual superhero academy build or I'll end up making it into a museum. I'm kind of just having fun with it at this point. I set off to do a museum, but I don't know. We'll see. I think, because the goal is just to make big open space, like this whole build right here will be, once I build the floor of it. Like, this will just be tons of room for those, wall paintings and stuff like that. Like this stuff, like this kind of stuff. I'll have a whole, like, gallery and then just kind of expand it as they come out with new decorations in the game. But otherwise, I'm kind of just having fun with the new parts overall. Epic, you don't have audio? YouTube is silent? It shouldn't be. Hello, hello? Should all be the same. Try reloading. Caesar, can you hear me? How's it going, Zep? So, because I want to make a second one of these, and then that one will run back until about here. But I'm trying to decide how I want to have them join in the middle here, but I got to flesh out a lot more of this. Okay, let's get the railing going, and then I can get all the rest of the spacing figured out. I think that's technically facing outward, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Some of these are so hard to tell. Okay. I think I hadn't moved those ones in yet because these are going to be 7 spaces in between. And that, okay, so maybe I did change it. Yeah, I might end up running out of... I don't think I have tons of knot root, actually. Oops, that's not the right piece. There we go. This set has so many different walls, it's hard to keep track. I think it goes, yeah, to that height, right? It's the same one. It's so hard to tell. There's so many different angles and slants. Oh, I need to do a single first. This set's really fun, though. There's going to be a lot of cool, like, spaceships and stuff done with it. I need the... It needs to be large and go down to halfway from the right side. There's just so many different... This one. There's so many different similar pieces that are mirrored. So you kind of have to just find the right... like this one, I think, is there. Because I think... Yeah, and then there was like 8 spaces in between. And I think there was actually an 8 for this. Yeah, perfect. And then we just needed... I like these... I almost was thinking maybe I could... what would look good too? These are great, but I was thinking about what if I flipped these instead of having that little swoop at the bottom. You could essentially... Here. I thought this vehicle... Oh, is it utility? Yeah. But you could also just flip it upside down and have that little groove, curvy part on top. Like, that looks really nice as a pillar. Because I like these ones. Can't tell where the middle is there. I think it's right there. Yeah, because it would be right next to that 8 one. So there. I just like the bigger. They look more supportive, but I like the idea of using these ones. And these big, like these things, monolithic pillar sunshade. It's such a very odd item for the kit. Because they don't use it in any of the pre-builts. It's not like used in any of the prefabs. Do I not have? Oh. Like, they don't use it in any... They use the, like, the satellite dish and stuff, but I haven't seen that used. So I don't know, like... It's very interesting of what it could mean in the theme. Alright, I think we're good to just bring it back now. Outdoor barbecue shade. Like, it looks cool. It just feels out of place within the pass to an extent. that didn't look right from behind. Yeah. Oh no! I actually have to go back to the base for marble. Like, it matches the pillar pieces in the section, but otherwise it's just very weird, like a sunshade. We're not far. I should have built a pad, but that's pretty much the space I'm working with there. How's it going, Jess? Peeking in. No peeking. Oh. I feel like the lag has been worse when I get near my builds. Like, this has been crazy. Every time I get near a build, it takes an enormous amount of time for my character goes crazy out of my vehicle. It lags, it goes wild. All right. I think marble is mostly what we're going to be using, and then I'll bring some more glass too. Are you not running out of materials? I play this game a lot, or have played this game a lot since expert mode came out, so I've just got tons of stuff that I've accumulated over the months and years, year and a half the game's been out. Welcome in, everybody. We're working on the Hero Academy build. I am probably going to make into a museum, but either way, I'm just going to be having fun with the new builds, because other than builds in battle passes, we haven't really had any content to show for, so backflips. See, as soon as I get into this build, my character goes crazy, and it becomes a lot harder to try to control your vehicle because you don't have an actual view of where your vehicle is. No major update. There's some teaser stuff with the, what are they called? The spires. But other than that, no. No actual updates, just hints at updates so far. Which I'll take. We're getting there. I'm really hoping whatever they do next ends up being something that satiates us for a good amount of time, that like kind of makes up for the lack of content for the last 6 months. That's what I'm hoping, because as much as I'm excited for new content, what I'm worried about is we'll have waited this long and then it'll be something that, you know, even I know I play this game a lot. I just said that. But even the casual player, if like, I don't want it to be some situation where it's like, oh, there's like, you know, 5 to 6 hours of gameplay and then you've pretty much done everything. So I'm hoping for something that's a little more repeatable, but who knows? I'm always hopeful. Oops. Oh yeah, can I build a village over here now, or is it still going to show that there's a... Yeah, is that the landmark? It's got to be, right? I probably just have to break down that POI. I'm just tired of having to, like, get rid of all the spiders every 2 seconds. don't know how far back I'm going to make these buildings go. Oops. But overall, I just want to make something that looks cool. That is the goal. Vines. Pretty sure I brought a handful of those. Are you trying to level up the battle pass ASAP? I feel that. There's too many good things in this kit. I just love the brown. That's why I'm trying to use it more, is the pillars. All right. This will give us an idea of what even though I haven't done the floors yet, but I'll get the other pillars done. But this will at least give us a rough idea of what the building looks like so far. Yeah, I gotta get the other pillars done. Which... it's one space away. Oh, that will be easy. That one's easy. I got a good landmark for it. So that one just goes there. Oh, I gotta put the half wall first. Good. There. Okay, the next one, let's just build ourselves like a little cheater bar here. Yep, that's going right into it, and we just go over. And it's what, one space away from the step. So that means right here, so I can see it. Wind up, one space away, boom. Now we get rid of these. Never be afraid to use, I use rulers and guides like that all the time, where it's like, that's sometimes the easiest way to get something to line up. That one's in the corner, one space away, so we really don't even need the ruler. Just need it there. Boom. And there. Just eliminates guesswork. It's a lot nicer. Oh, that's not right. This one's... wait, did I... oh, duh. That one out there needs to go further. I don't know why I thought that one was mirrored.
Thank you for your patronage.
It's just the inside that goes to there. The other ones I need to go further out. Yeah, what's going on, Night Average Mom? Welcome back. I guess now I could just do this. All right. I think I got that right. It's ma'am. 10-month streak. I need to get the, because I know Zeppelin just recently hit. I think it was the, like, I think she's like at 13 or 14 or something like that. So I need to make more badges past the year. right. We gotta get the floor plan figured out in there, but so far we got 2 big-ass builds suspended, and I'm gonna have them join in. And then under here, under the builds, there's a nice little drop-in area. And apparently, if there's something right up against these benches, your character can't sit in them, which is kind of annoying. But just trying to make something like open, nice, make it feel like a campus. But I may just use it as a museum. Why haven't I been streaming as often? I am trying to get moved, which I've been just stressed out like crazy, which has kind of demotivated me a little bit in general. But also I don't like to blame the lack of content in the game because I like to show up regardless. But a combination of things in life has kind of slowed me down just a little bit. All right, got that, got that. Let's figure out how we're doing. Actually, I could just keep the building going because I really don't want to worry about the floor right now. What I should do is have these buildings connect at this point. Or... No, I can make a cool little bridge thing, maybe. Out of the, where are they? Or this. Yeah, I can make... I want to make something, like, unique and stacked. So I'm trying to think of a way to, like, intertwine the next set of buildings. Oh, the display build? Yes. I don't know if they're behind me right now. Oh, I've got them on that shelf. Probably need to move this way. They're back there. Yeah, how's it going, Steve-O? Good to see you. Okay. I want to do... Because I want a bigger building in the back. But I also want... Thinking. Maybe I make these go thinner at the back. And then it goes into... Because I'm trying to feel like... I don't want just a big box and a big U shape. I'm trying to think of something like beyond that if possible. Stacking fencing is nice for connections. Okay. They do have really nice fencing. What sort of... What are these? Because these would look cool. How are... These are mostly supposed to be... Not supposed to, but like kind of used off the front of a wall. Because that's height. What would you stack on top of that to like match the height then? Is it like one of the roof pieces that you have to use? Like that? I guess that makes it as high as that with a railing on it. Interesting. Honestly, nothing's been new in LEGO Fort since December. Like major anyway. Like something that would be notable. It's very interesting. So I want to use some of those pieces, but I'm just not super experienced with them yet. That's... As I say, that doesn't look very pink to me. But they just came out with a new paddle pass. There's been a couple new LEGO passes. I guess that's mostly the only notable thing we've got is new LEGO passes here and there. We got the Star Wars one that led into this one, which is, like a Hero Academy type of, what is it? What is it technically called? The Supernova Academy. Yo, Golden Teardrop. Welcome back. All right. I'm thinking. Because I gotta make a way to eventually get into these builds. I suppose right here. What if we just dropped the buildings down a level? So, like... Would there be a way to, like, go put that upside down? That'd be kind of weird. I don't even remember using that piece in the prefab. But it's a cool piece. How is this... Like, if you use this piece, what would you do to fill in the gaps? Like, what are the intentional pieces there? Is there anything? I don't think there's anything. Is there roof pieces that kind of slot in with that? Like, kinda? This is maybe it's supposed to be used in more of like an external setting. Because I'm not seeing this used on the prefab anywhere. No, I see it. They use it on the top on this one. Looks like they filled it in. There's got to be a wall piece or something, right? This. There it is. This thing. But you gotta... Wait a minute. Is there a half wall version of that I'm missing? Or not seeing? Is that what they did? Trying to understand. Best weapon to defeat the Storm King would probably be Sapphire and Gold sword. Sapphire and Gold crossbow. I would do damage 3, Stormbane 3, lifesteal 3, and what is the third one I usually say now? Probably zapping. They do use it there. I'd have to go back into my sandbox world where I built all the prefabs. I'm just trying to see what else I can do to add some pizzazz. Because otherwise I can't see what they're filling that space with. There's some very interesting pieces, though. I just gotta not overthink this, that's all. I'm trying to think of a way... Oh, I would just need to go... Is this what I'm looking for? No... I think I would just have to come out like one more and then turn it, and then I could be at this level again. Okay, and then we can go back into the curvy part, which was the one we were using. There's so many. Those ones that we need this one, right? No, that's not the one. It's got too much stuff on it. It was this one? No, maybe I was using this one. Now I can't remember. Does it have that? Oh yeah, it is like a different color in the corner, slightly. Okay, that's the right one. Oh yeah, there's gonna be lots of rogue chickens. I haven't built a village here yet. How do I make this transition into like a first story? There's just so many parts, my brain is like on overload on what I should do in a situation like this. So I guess I could use these or something like that at the end. Honestly, maybe I could just leave them standing and figure out another way to connect them to another building. And I don't have to have like access going from here to there to there to here to there. I can just round these off like right here. Which would mean this one would have to be like the last one in line. So we'd go from there. And then technically if we wanted to make it like the same spacing as the other one, we would need one more of these. Then our corner piece. Which would kind of change the spacing, I suppose, if I wanted to do these evenly. Should I just make the corner there? Because then the spacing would be even if I made the corner end right here, which I think I'm going to do. So let's actually do that. Set the corner up there. And then we'll just figure out the couple of, so it's like 2 spaces we have to fill there. Actually, we'll need the shorter one. Or no. Do that one. And then this one. And then we need one of the shorter ones. Right? Just like that. Perfect. Okay. And then that wraps around. So we do this one. Same with the other side. I think I just need to build and then build around it, and I can always connect stuff after. I'm trying to think of like a whole finished product in my head all at once. And I kind of just need to build, and then I can always go back and reconstruct or like integrate one. Like if I need to like kind of meld 2 buildings together into one building, I can always do that later. Because those are the kind of things I'm trying to think about, like where do I want like one building to kind of blend into another building, or like part of the building rather. And then cool. See, I'm just overthinking things. I'll figure out a way to connect these builds. Because I'm like, oh, how am I going to get up here? I'll figure out a way. I'll figure it out later. What am I building? Pretty much like a supernova campus, or it might end up just being a supernova museum. We'll see. Right now, it's a whole lot of nothing. What's the next layout update? We have no idea. It has something to do with those spires, though. Which are very non-revealing. They don't tell us much, if anything at all. I lean more towards anything at all. But hopefully it's meaningful. Hopefully it turns out to be something pretty sweet. As always, I mean, what fan of this game would hope for anything less, right? Okay. Figure out doors or some way to connect it later. We're going with the flow. We're going with the flow. Okay. Done. We'll figure out another set of builds after that. But let's finish these ones, or at least the roofs. Oh. Oh, I never did this one. Oh, is there gonna be like a odd spacing here? If there is, that's fine. Okay, just 2. That's not a big deal. Assuming all these ones are kind of weird, that is gonna throw it off a little bit. Oh well. There's not much I can do about it at this point. Just had a big green line going through the back there. Barely even notice. Just looks heavier in the back. Although, is there, okay, good, there's a single piece there. There we are. See, when I know what I'm doing, good at build, but it's when I don't know what I'm doing. It just puts the brakes on. Oh, people in this game is, unfortunately, as much as I love it, has been glitchy since release and continues to be glitchy in all ways, shapes, and forms. Oops. Did I hit that right? Oh, no, I didn't.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, I'll be chilling worm. Thank you for the resub, dude. Welcome back. And also, dude, thank you for the Star Wars skin. I mentioned to you the other day. I was like, dude, when I logged on, I got the, what is his name? Black Chrysanthemum or something? It's like the dark Wookiee from the Book of Boba Fett. And I can't remember his exact name, but he got me that skin. New update, they have added some mysterious spires to our world, but we have no idea what they mean at this point. Is that the center? Yeah. Oh, but I lined it up wrong. That's the center? Yeah. Yep. That's perfect. Okay, now we gotta build a floor. But I might even build on top of these too. It is all to be decided. I have not quite decided exactly how I'm gonna work this yet. But let's get rid of some of these staircases that are getting in my way now. I just need to build a jump pad or something over here. That'd make my life probably a lot easier. There's 16 in between there. Oh, it is. Look at that. Oops. I wish there was a back button or like an undo button, man. Even in expert mode, it'd be just like if you built something, you just have a hotkey. Just undo that last action, whether it was, you know, even undoing a delete or undoing a placement. Like, oh my gosh, it'd be so nice. No, I still gotta add the floor and the bottom trim to make it look a little nicer, because right now there's no bottom trim on that, and there's really no floor. But I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the floor yet. So I guess... Well, actually, honestly, I'm probably just going to do white. I'm not going to do any fancy striping, at least not here. Just because you have to double up on floors to do that. Because if you want this half and half, I think these half and halves from the bottom, see how the half and half is blue on the bottom? But then you would, let's say, you actually, no, are they all? No, then if you went to the white, if you wanted to do white floors... I guess, I don't know, I guess they are all blue from the bottom, but I don't know. Do I want it to look blue from the bottom? That means I would have to use all these half and half ones. I guess I could do that. Do they all look blue from the bottom? Okay, I thought they had like weird colored bottoms. So, I guess I could do a fancy floor. That requires slightly more parts, but that's not the end of the world. I would just have to build it very symmetrically, and I don't know if I want to do that. Should I just build it all one color? Like all blue, all... Should I make it all blue interior? It kind of look cool. I don't know, let's see what would happen if I actually, like, built it as nice as I could and tried to do a pattern. See, already I have weird spacing here. I made this whole building like a very... Oh, never mind. I just missed that. I was like, this building... That's the thing about custom building, is you almost have to very much understand, like, what increments you built the build on. Like, how wide is the building? Is it 16 spaces long? Is it 32 spaces long? Is it 64 spaces long? And if it is, if you're on one of those increments... You're much more, like, if the building is 64 wide and 32 deep, that's going to make it a lot easier to build on roof pieces, build the flooring that's inside of it, because you're all on this grid or I don't know what to call it, but you're on like the same number system as like I'm not a math person, but basically it makes it easier. I know how it worked. I know how to explain in my head, but not to you guys. That's why I'm not a teacher. Try to be a content creator and I can explain most things when I have time to think about it, but otherwise I'm no mathematician. Wait, did I still do this wrong? Oh, god damn it. It's because I have no depth perception in here. Oh wait, does that, why is that not? Did I, what am I doing wrong here? Why would that not go right next to the wall? Isn't that how this is supposed to go? Am I confusing something, dude? The firefly thing, that is the illuminator, and you're going to need to catch purple thermal fish, which you can get in desert lakes. Or fish from desert lakes. Why is that not placing there? Am I wrong, or should that be able to be placed there? Yeah, that doesn't make... That should be the same... Is it this piece? Is this just causing havoc here? Like, what if I did, like... I guess I gotta use the other stupid one. Or was it? This one. I think this one's, like, the same shape. See, that one's different. Does this one let me do it? That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, am I misunderstanding these pieces? Is that not how they put them down, like, in the prefabs? Second. This one seems to work, but those aren't these the same angle, dude? Are they not secretly? Does that even want to place now? We're just lagging. Something's not right. That's like this. Is that not the same? You're crazy good. Oh, thank you, Michael. Dude, why is it... It works for this piece, but not for the other one? Like, that one fits just fine. Try to do this one. No go. Swear it's the same shade. It's got to be a bug, right? The bottom edges. I can't see. No, I'm not seeing how that's any different than the inside of this one. Like, this one is longer, but that's about it. it's using the same piece in the corner. See how it's stacked? It's got 3 of those plates that are angled. And then this one has 3 of those plates that are at the same angle. This one doesn't even push up as far. Because those are the exact same stacks of pieces, and then they just, after that plate ends, I can't tell because of the pieces. But unless they're using some different technique that I'm not seeing here, it's like the same. Yeah, I know one's a bottom floor, one's a top floor. But at the same time, you should be able to put a floor on a bottom floor regardless. I just don't see the difference between the shape there and why this one wouldn't let you do it. I get it, they're different on the outside. It's either a bug or it's such a different technique that why wouldn't that fit? This one's just... This is like, they're literally basically, they're a little different, but the bases of them are the same, just extended. And then on the outside, this one has a piece kind of sticking out. It's the only thing I can think of. And I guess I could change these, like, it's not a big deal. It'll just be annoying because they're a different size, so I have to make them... I think all I'd have to do is get rid of these ones. The only reason I didn't want these is because then you see that little part kind of sticking out there, which I could always do differently. I was even talking about it earlier. I could get rid of this, and instead of using that for the corner, we could use these flipped upside down, and I think that would look pretty good. So, for example, if we did this, I wouldn't want to do it on the curvy part, but like we could go right there, and then I think the same one could line up on this side. I gotta go off the button. See, now I think that would work as far as the aesthetic for the what's holding it up. The only thing I can't really do there, wait, is there? No, there wasn't. Would be the fence kind of trim that I wouldn't be able to put at an angle down there like I did those ones. There's not even a corner piece for this thing, so right here would kind of have to suffer in the department of not having that trim continue across. I don't know, what do you guys like better? This or how I have this corner? But if I have to switch these corner windows to accommodate these floor pieces, that's going to kind of be annoying. 'Cause now these ones I should be able to fit in. No problem. Yeah. So I think that looks nice. It doesn't look terrible that the trim doesn't go to the corner. Because I still have to do all of that too. The extra trim going across this way. Which, oh, these are going to be kind of like, it's like barely off in their spacing too. Oh, it's because of that. That would normally, it throws it off by one space. I see. I see. I guess I kind of just have to get over the idea that those corners stick out a little bit. Or for this one, just tuck it in even more. Because, like, this is where it used to be lined up. I could just go 1, 2, 1, 2. Or even like one more in for these ones. Yeah. So just like that instead. I could even go probably one more space back on these corner ones, and then I can build that trim going all the way around even maybe. See, I could, again, I don't think there's a corner for this, but I could absolutely, probably actually make that work. Because then it would be able to, yeah, it would be able to go all the way around, like, perfectly. So if I, like, inset these ones, I could even do that with all of them. Just go 2 more spaces inwards on all of these, because I have the room for it on all these setups. So make this one come in 2 more spaces from where it's at. And then I think that makes the corner look a little more clean, even though there's that little notch there. What else could I do? Oh, I could probably, like, do something like that. Make it look like a light or something. I don't know. That's kind of interesting thought, though, but it would... Oh, it just kind of gives me the same problem of something sticking out at the end anyway. Is there something in the roof department that can help me? Not really. No matter what, I'm going to end up with something like kind of sticking out, but at least this blends a little better. Jam, you're building just kind of something interesting with the new builds. Right now, I don't know if it'll end up being... I don't know if it'll be anything. I'm having builder's block with this one. There's so many pieces and there's so much potential with these. We're probably just overthinking it. But then there's the little hiccups where it's like, oh, we just found that there's a potential glitch in one of the pieces where it just has alignment issues where it says you can't build there when it definitely looks like you should be able to. But it's hard to tell when they don't have a floor yet, and it looks so barren from the top. So that fits. And then this one, I think this is the one that was giving us issues. Still, I haven't switched it out. See, for some reason, this piece doesn't want to let us align it in the corner with this corner piece. So I ended up having to switch it out with a different corner piece that actually does fit this in the corner because it's like the same shape. I'm almost positive it is. Best gem? Probably sapphire or ruby for building weapons. I would say more sapphire, honestly. Like, I haven't found... Like, I don't know, they've changed so much where you pretty much need all the runes. Especially in expert mode, things are a lot harder. Like, I used to say, like, maybe go ruby swords and spears, but I don't even think the attack speed is really worth it these days. Okay, let's see if I can make something cool as far as the design. So should I go out a little further? So we have a space of 8 in the center. Okay. And I don't know if I'm going to even be able to mimic this by memory on the other side, but... let's see if we can put something together here. See, it's all weird. Let's make another line. There's all sorts of cool shapes, man. Like, you can make all sorts of, like, interesting patterns with this. I kind of want to just go with something basic, but I'm thinking about just going all blue. But I think all the wood would actually look a little better, but now I don't know. I do not know. I'm gonna go all blue just because piece saving. I'm gonna have to do a lot more individual, like, small pieces, which ends up not helping with build complexity. I'm sure I could do basic shapes, but for another build, another time. Also, this build is an odd shape. It's like, again, if I would have made it like an exact 32, or I think a 16, 32, 64 spacing, it makes it a heck of a lot easier. Oh yeah, I gotta replace those corners. Do you think building a Lego build that exists in real life is possible if I use the book and copy it into the game? Not really, because all regular Lego sets are built piece by piece, and you have chunks in this game, so, like, I mean, most
Hi,
sets
this is
start with,
Marco.
like, a...
I just changed my name to Sharksy FN. Just remember that.
Oh, heck yeah. Welcome back. But, I mean, you can emulate it, right? But would you be able to, like, successfully follow an instructions and get something outputted into the game? I would say probably not, and that's not, like, a lack of skill or anything. It's just because, again, you wouldn't have the tools. Again, there's been plenty of people, like, who the, what was it, Mad Pucks? Am I getting the name right? They did the, what was it, the UCS-sized AT-AT? Like, things like that are possible, but it wouldn't have been achievable through just following the UCS AT-AT instructions. Maybe, like, referencing the picture as you kind of, like, piece it together, absolutely, but as far as using the page-by-page instructions, I don't think that would gain you much value. It would more be using the whole set as, like, just the pictures of it as a reference that I think would be more helpful. I will build some way to get up there later. Okay. Those are wrong. Why does it... Dude, I hate it when you have it flipped the correct way, and you go to snap again, and somehow it flips the wrong way again. I think we just go with that for both these builds for now. But I gotta build all these around it as well. Are those unevenly spaced too? Oh, no, 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 no. We're gonna move. We're gonna move one of these over. And we'll never know. Just so that way these can don't have a space missing on two different spots of it. I'll have to do it to the other side too, but there we go. Oh yeah, and I have to do the different corner for the. I forgot I changed this. This one also needs to go inward. The corner ones I forgot to set inside more. I gotta make a bunch of adjustments, which I almost don't even feel like doing right now. But I need to, otherwise I'll forget that I needed to do it. Poop! So what do we make it stick out? None? It goes, yeah, it's like beneath the curve now. I guess all I have to do is which... Is that going to throw off my spacing going from the... Maybe I didn't need to move that one piece. No, because that one... There we go. Okay, so we're good. Because that's how I have it sticking out on the other side too, right? It would appear so. Thank you. I'm glad you think so, because I am not getting frustrated, but I'm like not as happy as I could be with it myself. When I have pieces not line up like that, it definitely starts to frustrate me. Or like if I don't have like like certain things start to get a little glitchy. Yeah, I think I did just have it exactly like that, right? We just, yep, right up against it. And then this one just needs to go over. Oops, now I can't see where it was. I think that's actually right. I guess I'll find out when I put these down. Okay, and then this one needs to come down. But I also gotta remember I gotta put stuff in the museum too, but I'm trying to make it big, but also not go so crazy on the build itself that I'm left with like no complexity for the inside. Okay, to do that right. Cool, cool, cool. Did I never put one down here? Right, and then I need one in the middle here. think that's centered. Yep. As long as that was the 8. I know that doesn't make sense to anybody, but that's a 16, and this is an 8, so that means that this halfway point would fall at the end of the 16 and the beginning of this 8. I don't know if that makes sense. There we go. Okay, and then this goes across. Everything's backwards. Oh my gosh, dude, my brain. Every time I try to nudge something when it's upside down like that, my brain completely breaks.
I'm going to probably be streaming LEGO Fortnite tonight, so maybe you can raid me. It would be my first ever raid.
We'll see. Get down the category. I'm always open to new peeps. Do you think I should have all of these in? What was that, 8? I could just fill it in too. Think I should go inwards with all these? Like just instead of there, but that'll, let's see where that puts me for like one like this. Like instead of here, what if we did 1, 2 and just put it back like we did the other one? Right? And then we just, that kind of blends it a little better, I think, instead of having that hard like up and through the white part. And I can do that with all of them. This one I still have to place. Do you think that's better? I honestly think it's a little better because it matches kind of the aesthetic we're going for in this corner here. Do you like Olive Garden? I mean, all I ever get is like the, what is it, like the 3 or 4 cheese ziti. I like to always get the same thing, but I don't like going too often because I could just make pasta at home that's pretty darn good myself without having to pay the premium of the restaurant for one, like literally one dish with barely any leftovers. Yeah, I think that looks better. Because now they're all like concealed in the same manner, and you get that border that gets to continue to go around the entire time, like uninterrupted. And it's an easy switch, which we always like. Hello? I'm looking right at that snap point, please. That's a lot better. We're still all, and then they're still all like in line with each other now. None of them are like offset. I think that looks a lot better, and I'll figure out how to connect them to something else later. Yeah, what's going on, Lizzie Lou? Pretty much I'm thinking I'm gonna end up making it into a museum. So I'll probably make the outside look like, you know, kind of like a park, just for an inviting place for people to come hang out with their families while they're getting ready to go into the museum. So I'm trying to make these little inlets like this. So that way there's like little cover, and then, you know, I don't know, whenever I like, you're in a big complex like that, I feel like there's always just like that level of scale where you're like, oh, there's just building everywhere, and I'm
Got to go.
all up
Right
on
now.
it.
I will see you later. I am Mako, by the way. Remember that. Bye.
Yes, Mako, I got you. All right, so now we just gotta do that whole process with this, which shouldn't be too hard. We'll just start here by flipping that. Get that right next to there. There, and then we know exactly where it needs to go back in, so I don't have to like eyeball it. Wait a minute. Yeah, because I don't have a supporting piece. What was the other one? Oh, because I had the floor installed already. I was like, doesn't make any sense. I guess what I could have done too is, I guess that would be the simple solution too, is just to snap. This one went in, I believe, like that. Let me just snap. Oh, that we don't need to. Because this one's going to come back 2 more spaces. So we just get rid of that. Replace that. That. Replace that. And then we can just continue that going all the way around. This one we actually have to fully remove. And we have to redo the corners because we had to change them back. I mean, I guess I get to pick the original corners I wanted to start with. But, okay, we've done that. We did that corner. We didn't do this corner. I have to keep track of all this in my head. Okay, that goes there. I guess I could use markers too, but I guess this is a little more reliable. Again, if I can do a technique that takes out all the brain processing, I'm all for it. Yeah, the lightsaber actually takes like, it puts you in like unskippable frames while you ignite the lightsaber, and it causes you to get hit. If you let it, I guess. There we go. And then I think I got those ones in set already. And then we just need to go back and replace the corners, which does save me on pieces, because that's like, per corner, that's 2 less pieces I'm using here, which is actually kind of nice. Because then we're just going and throwing in that corner piece, which looks better and again uses less pieces, so we found a solution that eventually worked. Boom. I think I could just grab all these from the bottom. See, instead of using 3 for that, see, I broke 3 pieces off that corner. I'm replacing it with just 1, so we're actually kind of saving monies here. And actually, with the starting this off, I might be able to do this better. Hold on. Oh, you can't. Well, let me see. I thought I saw something about that. Maybe that's a console-only thing. Split. Oh, yeah, it must be a console thing. Maybe. Like, I don't have an issue, apparently. Hey, have a good one, Mr. Mako. Mr. or Mrs. I don't know if you're Mr. or Mrs., but goodbye, Mako. Das right. Das right. Boom. Boom. Got it. Okay. So what's the spacing? Because if I take out, I don't know. I think I'm still gonna have to fill the space with some of the smaller ones. But this should make it just easier because I don't have to go around the other ones now. Yeah, I think I have to use only one short one. Might want to go back and redo it almost. Whoa, that one. Is that one coming out? Or do I need to go over one more? No. At least going across that way, I used way less pieces for the trim going that way. But then going this way, I think I only have to use one of the small pieces, which again would have, because on each side of the other one, I used at least like 6 or 10 of those smaller trim pieces to fill the smaller gaps. Yeah, this is like a lot more part efficient too with this. I think I'm using a few more parts, but you always got to think about that with the build complexity limit in this game. You got to think, well, how can I make a design that looks good, but also I need to make sure that I'm not just using a bunch of small pieces, especially if the larger pieces are available and the math allows you to do it. Because the math won't always allow you to do it. Like with that other setup I had, it kind of was forcing me to use 3 of those 2x2 pieces every couple to fill in the space, whereas now with this setup, I don't have to use any of those smaller ones. So the more larger pieces you use, the less overall part count you have, which kind of is one of the main things that goes into a build being complex in this game, is just how many physical pieces you have in one area. So even, I would say that like if you had 100 pieces, like big ones are obviously going to be, if you had 100 big pieces and 100 small pieces, obviously the 100 big pieces is probably going to be more complexity. But I would still say 20 big pieces is better than like even like 30 or 40 small pieces. I don't know. I always try to go with just less pieces overall. Is the LEGO Pass new? Yes. This is the brand new pass. Nah, I was, I mean, I guess I could do a little tutorial if you want to see. I can try to rig up the other builds, or the, LEGO Pass builds to fly in the tutorial, because I did that with the, what's it called? I didn't make a tutorial for it, but I made the Star Wars builds fly. Alright, I think we're good to build the floor here now, which I just... We're decided we did it all blue. We're gonna go all blue. And I can always change it later if I want to go to the all. Which I could. I could make the inside more of the wood color, which does look a little classier for like a museum setting, but who knows? We'll see. For now, I really just need to build the structure, and then I can go back and change other details later. I'm out of knot root. Yeah, the new, yeah, anytime you have Fortnite Crew, you get all the passes, including the LEGO Pass, yes. Well, you know what that also means is I can move these ones, what, one more space to the right? Because didn't I move them to get the spacing better? but now they're like technically off center between the two of them. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, I think if I move this one back over, it'll be back to where I had it. I think I just had this one space that I switched over earlier to kind of fix the balancing, but now that's kind of no longer necessary. Hey, I'm not marking you. What the heck? There we go. There we go. I think that's... Now we're evenly spaced throughout, and I'd never change that side, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, we got these two builds pretty much done and stacked up. Oops. So, let's get the rest of the railings going around for now, and then we'll start on something back here in just a moment. I'll keep it going back, and we'll kind of build. This is pretty much going to be the front of the whole thing. So we'll be looking at it kind of, you know, the main screenshot for this build will pretty much be from like kind of back here with the forest in the background. Let's go a little higher. So now we've got this so far, and I've got a lot to fill in. Like there's tables. I still haven't obviously finished all the bushes going around the edge. But I'm trying to make it feel like almost like a college campus. Like where there's just lots of open space to sit, just big buildings everywhere stacked on top of each other. But this is pretty much our main perspective is going to be from here and then the 45-degree angle off shots. So everything will be like designed to look good from this end. So as we go through here, there's kind of this openness. I want to do some bridges or something as I stack the buildings up, but again, I might just have fun with this one, even though it's in my X. This is the kind of thing I should just do in Sandbox. But if I end up liking it a lot and making it into a museum, then I'm glad I built it in my Sandbox or in my expert world here. Whereas, like, if I'm just building something for fun and I don't really plan on putting anything inside of it, I think from now on, those villages, I should probably do those in Sandbox just so I can maybe build them a little bit faster, have a little bit more creative freedom in the sense I don't have to run to my chest every 2 seconds to grab decorations. But I like kind of going all in on an expert project like this, because if I end up liking it, then obviously it was a good choice. But classroom would be cool, but I'm thinking about making it more into a museum, but that might be overkill. Maybe I make it into a whole college campus where it's like, don't some colleges have museums in them? I don't know. Especially the older ones. Kind of pattern did I do here? Looks like we want one. Looks like we just do one in between all of them, right? Hey, give me control of my character. So like from there, it goes out to that one, right? And then boom, right? Yeah, and then I think we just go, it goes back and forth from that. I must have did something wrong, or built these differently. Like there's what? So I got extra in between here? Oh yeah, I do. think that was just on these middle two to get them to connect. So that means, yeah. So here and here, we just need one more. Boom. Okay. Now as we go back, we'll copy that pattern back, but otherwise I think I'll keep it pretty much the same. And I'm also thinking about putting up some sort of like deal going around it, but I don't think it needs it. I was thinking maybe through the middle, but then this doesn't, it just feels like they would block off the ways to get down naturally, so I don't like that as much. Because I like it open here, but I'm thinking if maybe one of these gates would look better going across here, and maybe instead of having stairs here, these ones were just, like this was just a flat wall. So that's why it was like you were looking down. I think that would be kind of a cool aesthetic. So like instead of this, we would essentially just flip those around. So that way like those came out to there, and then I would just extend this back a little bit. But then I'd kind of feel obligated to put something more against the wall. But then that would kind of justify more having a fence right here, right? Like something like a barrier, or even better yet, having it in by like a space. So like, you know, let's just say the fence starts like there, and we go boom, boom, boom. And, you know, right here, we'd obviously do a tapered one, so it'd look nicer. Boom. So, like, now there's an actual reason for this here, but then that feels, I don't know, it feels nicer going through here.
How is everyone feeling about the new LEGO Pass?
I like it. I'm liking this pass a lot. Overall, I was making sure that was the end of the message. Overall, lots of good building pieces. There, I think that's what we want. Or something like that. But yeah, I could have, so these you can go in from anywhere here, but then it would be like a wall here. But then that doesn't look as nice. Could also add the smaller fence. You know, like something like that running along, but nah. What do you guys think? The stair, just should I push the wall up and like reverse this and have this be a little more open here? Because then essentially I really won't be able to cover it up perfectly because of the spacing here. Heck yeah, Spooper. I like a good mountain build, or like a hill build rather in this game. I guess what I could do is leave these. Also, what do you think looks better? These more light? See how the corner is like kind of not as sharp compared to this one? See how the corner comes to a perfect 90 degree. What do you guys think? I could replace them now because I have the sharp 90 degrees on all the corners, but they do have this other less aggressive on the corners. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Kind of like the square. Honestly, either one of them's a W. But I'm trying to think. Do I add? I just feel like it feels empty with, like, I want a railing going here. But I'm not 100%. Oh yeah, that would make a pretty good hot tub. Especially if you built it, like, in the water. So that way, like, the water was, like, halfway coming through in the build. I guess what I could do... I could make doors. Where's the middle? How do the doors fit into these windows? Well, those look nice. Yeah, it blends right in. Because what if I mean, I wish there was a smaller door. They're all like double doors, though. Yeah, because I can make a bridge going across, kind of like that. I was thinking about making them connect some way or another, and that would be kind of neat. Have a bridge going across right there. Can't see. I mean, it would be better if I could have it go that way, but that kind of isn't going to work there. Maybe I'll do it somewhere else. Because I was thinking about maybe making a staircase go up to it. Like, that would be kind of cool. Something like this, and then the floor. Probably be best if it was blue here, but I don't know. This is a rough draft, but something like that. There's only one railing for these in there. Yeah, those look great. That would look good. So, what floor looks best with that, though? Oh, you know what'd be cool if we made it... Maybe if we did it like the turf. Would that be kind of cool? I do like... How does this look when there's an actual piece under it? Oh, that looks really good, actually. A little bit better than I thought it would. But then it kind of mismatches the other pillars that I've been using. Maybe I could try to just use those going across here and use those other pieces somewhere else. Any LEGO tips? I'm updating Fortnite right now. I haven't played Fortnite since last year. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot going on since last year, unfortunately. Let's see. Is there a 12? No, there's a 16. There's an 8. There's a 4. Maybe I just start on one of the other buildings at this point. So obviously I wouldn't want like something like that, but I don't have to make it symmetrical either. So what I'm thinking is something like a bridge going across, maybe. And I'm thinking the turf bridge would be cool. Is there a 12 of that? Why is there no 12s? What have they done to me? There's 4s. There's not a 12. It's really cool how they got all these to match up no matter what you put them with. Because I can do door to door. Oh! And then figure out... You know what I'll do? I don't need any supports there. Because what we'll do is we'll just get rid of the ones... I need stuff. I'm coming! Wait. Shouldn't I have stuff on me for this? Don't I have gems and stuff? Yep. And...
Thank you for your patronage.
Now, this is epic.
Crap, forgot. Yo, Primo buddy. Thank you for the resub. Welcome, Bake. Those, and then we did have a wolf claw. Yeah, because we killed a bunch of those while we're chilling out here. Okay. Got another building whacker. Alright, so then, because we don't need those will kind of... I guess we can kind of see how they look both ways, but essentially we shouldn't absolutely need those there. There again, I could, which I guess doesn't look bad. But I almost think, I don't know, what do you guys think? Just continue it just to kind of fill it in the background? Because these ones should go across just fine. Might need a couple of the smaller ones, but yeah, that fills in just fine. It keeps that trim going perfectly. Yeah, I think it looks better with it continued in the back. Like, it's like, yeah, I want to try to conserve pieces, but at the same time, we want it to look as good as possible. So that looks great. Flip that around. Boom, boom, boom. And then how are the stairs gonna get up there? Okay, that should work fine. Because what we're gonna do... Is there a half stair? Oh, there is! Look at that. Actual savior. Wait a minute. Why is it white on top? Why would it be white? No! Why is everything wrong? Why is everything represented wrong in this kit, dude? There's so many inconsistencies like that where the picture doesn't match the actual piece. I want it to look like that, but it's white. What the heck? Dude, what? No! It looks so bad with that white. Like, I don't know. I guess what I could do, you know, to match the turf. Yeah, watch this. Here, check it out. Whoa, I can't look at anything here. I guess I'm just gonna have to... Dang it, no, I can't hover it. I want it to be 2 spaces lower than that. So that way I could cut... I know. Wait, what if I just did the 8x8 square of the turf first? Like that, and then we could just aim underneath it with this, right? Like that, and then just pull it back. Just like that, right? And the last step might be a little steep. I won't be able to do it there. It'd have to go higher. Because I want to have like the turf there and there. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but not as cool as I thought it would look. Yeah, why is this a white space there? And also, here's the other shocker. no half railing for this kit. Why would we ever get a... I forgot about that. So I do want to use the full stairs. So I guess I'll just do those as close as I can here. And then I think I want to do the other one like on this side. But this one I can actually put... Actually, because this one, I can't really put it over as far as I can do that one because it's not at the end, but I could do the same thing over here. And it's actually like as far over to the side as you can get it. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's not what I want. I mean, it is, but not like that. I hate floors like this that have multiple layers to them, so they're goofy like that. No, we don't need that there. Okay. So something like that, I feel is nice. Because it gives you room to walk around and go about it if you want to. But then there's a nice little spot up here. And then I guess over here we could just have one going down the middle. Wonder if that would kind of be a good balance here. So like we would just do there, and then this one. Yeah, I think that's a cool balance. So like again, I'm not trying to force symmetry, but we want to fill void spaces too. You don't have too many areas that are like just completely empty. But here, at least that gives us a direct entrance up into these big buildings here. So we've got 3 staircases leading up to that. I think that's a good balance because you plenty of room to walk around because over here you can go down these steps. I just wish there was half railings because it'd be really nice if there was a matching hand railing and I could do a couple of them, you know, like one there, one there. One there, one there. Just like kind of a few tasteful railings going around here. But there's just no half railing for this kit, which is very disappointing in my eyes. I wish pretty much... I don't care if they don't use them in the prefabs. They need to start giving us those supplemental parts that you know we're going to want when we're custom building. Because my only other choice is to pick any of the other handful of hand railings that I do have for half railings. But I want the one that railing. I want that colored railing that matches the exact color of these pillars, where it's like, this one's like maybe a close second, but this, I don't even think this railing matches the, I can't even see, like that one doesn't even look, it just doesn't look good. I just wish there was a half version of this one. Next LEGO Odyssey update, hopefully sometime this month. We're all hoping and praying here. But otherwise, no confirmation. Well, I like the idea of having like little turf here because it's on the top of the building too. It feels like very green, eco-friendly. Okay, we got that. This is how we're looking so far. We're not done yet, obviously. We got a lot of work to do. But we got a lot of interesting things I want to try here. Any idea what the update can contain? Pretty much. All we have to go off of at this point is those spires, which give us little to no information. The new spires that have popped up around the world, I'm not close to one right now, but if you popped into your world, you'll see these spires, end up popping up on your map, and they're just like these obelisk-looking, like ancient. Who know? I don't know. We can't tell. I can't even tell by looking at them whether they look futuristic or ancient, or both. Or yeah, but that's pretty much the only hint that they've given us so far. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a refill in the water, run to the restroom, everybody stretch their legs, and we'll keep building. I just spilled water all over myself. I filled that cup up like to the brim on accident. We're good. Okay, next, I think we build back because I'll worry about interior and stuff later. From here, I think we need to do, yeah, one less of this going back. This, trim this back a little bit. Trim that back a little bit. Just for now, just to get it even. Cool. Okay. Oh. I honestly immensely dislike the jump attack. Reason being is it doesn't do any extra damage, the jump attack itself. So I kind of don't see the point in using it in combat. And then when you're building, it like only serves to hinder you. Where's the middle here? I can never see. That's centered, right? Yeah. I just need to... want to make sure I'm not off. Well, I guess the snap points are kind of perfect there. Oh, yeah, we want them, like, under... I guess I'll just replace that one. Put it... That's what I did with these ones, right? They just went underneath, and it went first. Yeah. So we just have it like that. Right? Oh no, I didn't do it. I left it out because then I put the wooden trim on it to make it look nicer. Yeah. There. Like that. Wait, what? Oh, it's because I haven't. It keeps spawning this campfire there no matter what, and I get a villager spawn here, and I don't know if I'll be able to get rid of this as a landmark. Or I'm thinking that building over there is counting as a landmark. Something weird is going on, though. Okay, and then we turn it. Oops. Cool. And then just do all white flooring in between. Cool. And I did that spacing. Perfect. Or basically perfect. Yeah, that should be... I don't have to make it a perfect square, but I kind of want to at the end. Okay. And then the rest of this goes around that. Just like that. Okay. So now I need to double check height because I might want these buildings to connect at some point. But essentially I kind of want to do the same thing. But I want to put a building through a building, if that makes sense. Like basically imagine from here I were to make... Because I want to make it this come down into like another area, but I want this to be... Did I do one longer on one side? I swear I did. I can't see. No, that looks centered. Okay. So I want to do this, but imagine here. So I'm gonna copy this over whatever I have down here probably. But imagine down here we go with like, I don't know, these ones. And we basically make a way to get up. I don't know if there's a staircase that's going to allow that, so I got to make it pretty wide. But I mean, imagine something like this. And it's going to have to come down a space and a half, too, which I just realized with the height that I have it here. But imagine a building like this. And I guess what I could do is lead another staircase just going up to it. And kind of do like a double inset or something like that. It's kind of what I'm thinking to do in here, but I think I would need more space. Like I'm just going to do a rough estimation, but if I put a building here, it would have to be about like that. Will start right about there, go over. And that would leave me... Dude, seriously? And that would leave me enough room to have like actual, like, and I know that's not centered, but a building roughly that big, set that low, And then... No, because it's 1.5 spaces below. So I'd have to remember that, because the half stairs are not good in this set. I don't like them. What other half walls do I have? I guess I could just make it a really tall building. There is really no half walls. I think they're all technically roof pieces, the half walls are. So, like, technically that would have to go like that before it, like, went into the next floor. Where'd it get rough, Amber? From the caves and the grasslands. Dude, the enemies, I need to go find the source of that, the landmark, and I think it's that, so let's just go try destroying that real quick and see if it removes the nearby landmark, because that's, I think, the reason that I can't build a village here and get rid of the enemies. Thinking this is counting as a landmark. It's the only thing I can think of. I'm tired of fighting spiders and wolves while I'm building this. But yeah, what's going on, Gary? I think I got it all. Like, that's got to be the landmark, right? I mean, it could be one of the 7 fires that's over here, right? How are there so many? Like, actually, there's like so many fires over here. There's like 3 right next to each other. And that one that's at the village actually keeps spawning back. Alright, what's your problem now? Because these could also, I guess, count as the landmarks, too. I haven't taken a look at the lighting. I know there's some good light pieces, but the actual Zeppelin's the expert on lighting, usually. Because this, dude, the actual... these are going to go crazy. I gotta put some of these outside. That'll fill in some of the blanks so nicely. But I just hope they're a nice, like, blue or white light, I suppose, that complements the rest of the build. So, like, let's just say we did another build, right? And we did it, like, you know, like there. How wide is that going to make the pieces? Because then from there, I got to do a little test build here. Because we use these corners here too. We actually, we did those up like that. Because technically we run around the edge with like trim, right? Yeah. So like that would go around there. Right? And then there would be like a wall going. Hey! It's not very nice. Can I build a village post here now? See, it says I'm too close to a landmark. And I swear that campfire is like what it is. And every time I log back in, it's there again. Because I don't see another landmark around here. Yeah, let me make it daytime. I'll hop in the vehicle real quick. I need to check around anyway. Like, what else could the landmark be? Do the jump pads count as landmarks? Like those? Like the little jump pad towers? Oh, there's that thing, too. That could be it. That little shack area. This is the build so far. I haven't sketched, like you can see there's railings and bushes missing on the outside, but I'm working my way there. Like that, and then that means the floor would go on top of that. I just need to test out this spacing before I actually like start fleshing it out. So that would go right into that, right? So there's a building around this, and this went up into it. Like, hold on, I gotta visualize this. So that means, like from there, we'd go around, right? Because like a staircase would end up, there'd have to be two, so it's like there, and then like the half one brings us to there, which is too far forward. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's still in there? What the heck? But then that could, like, boom, brings us up into this part of the build. Which, how close can that get? I feel like that's the only thing that counts as landmarks is like little already built POIs and stuff. Otherwise, I don't know what's supposed to. Or not. Trying to figure out how this building is going to transition. I'm thinking, actually, because this could just be built over this build, because I'm trying to combine like two builds and meld them together like I was talking about earlier. So like we could just build like over this, right? Let's like imagine we're building over this build, right? Over this. Boom, boom, boom. Then we go to roof. Add some more. That's how the top of that build will look like. So then when we go into this building, you know, there'll be a door. Right? Boom. So we go into the building, and then there'd be, this would keep going over too. Again, this is all just kind of like test build. So to get into the building up there, you would drop down into this little part, and then there'd be benches and bushes around this. You'd go in here. And then even though this has a really tall roof, all we'd have to do is figure out, like, you know, something like that, and then basically can't snap it like that, it's annoying. This one will just throw there for now. And then that would bring us up right into the second story of this build. I just have to move this over so it's not off by one space. So then I wouldn't have to worry about these curves being all weird and open. We could just make one little entryway and then like top it off with a railing there and then just continue this level. Oh, the lighting in your new mansion. Right, let's check it out. You said it was in community builds. In my Discord? I just double check. Good. Oh yeah, I am at the bottom. No, I'm digging it so far. The roof letting the light in is nice. That's what you're talking about, or is there a video? This one you're talking about? So I'm going up past Gary's. I was making sure there was nothing else I missed. LEGO Fortnite video. Might not be this one. It's light. Okay, it was the one I thought. I was possibly looking for a video. Oh, you got the Star Wars walls back there. I see. I was like, what are those? The hot tub. That actually is so cool. Oh yeah, you can make your own water with these floor pieces because they would fit in. I didn't even think about that. That's actually perfect. The hot tub. Yeah, the hot tub's perfect. It's so funny how often someone will make a suggestion or like have an idea like that in the chat, and you'll jump on it pretty much immediately. Okay, so this should work exactly how I was thinking. I just had to double check that the height spacing for everything I'm doing right now was consistent, and that when I tried combining these two structures that they would actually connect correctly, or at least the way I wanted them to. Okay. So, from here, let's do the doors in the center. We'll push them. What's like a good enough space? Like that should be good, or leave a little more space in the front part of it. And then we just need to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be enough to go around the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there it is. They're just different colors. It always throws me off. So we've got that build. Boom. And then just a matter of how far back that goes and if I want to add any other doors. Yeah, something like that. This building doesn't have to be huge, but I do want it to be kind of big. Actually, you know what we should do is raise these windows, not lower them, because they're already down. We should do the other transition. It goes from like big, it gets smaller, but it remains higher up. And then we go with that wall. I think those ones will look better on this bottom building. And same with this. So we start with this one. Like that. Right. And then we do the half wall dealies. And then what other sorts of these do I have? It's just these, huh? So you have like cool stuff like that to throw on some of these blank spots. I think these, if only. This is so annoying to try to place these in the right spot, dude. Oh, I guess that wouldn't. It would stick up into the building. What else do I have to throw on the wall? I guess it's really just these academy signs. I'm sure I can find some other like something that's not from this set to throw on the wall too. I'm sure the clocks wouldn't look bad in certain areas inside, especially. It'd be really cool. Like it would, dude, you can make like a really cool. If you've got these, you could have a whole juice, you know, just like have it be like a superhero college campus kind of vibe, but add in all the extra funds of the other stuff. Oh, these pieces are cool, but they're like tough to throw where you want. You need like guide pieces. You need like pieces below to actually like reference yourself to the wall where you want it. Okay. Get it. Nope, that's not right. And we want the short ones. It doesn't seem right. I'd have to move them each in two to have it even like that. That's going to be annoying. It doesn't make that big of a difference, I guess. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. Is just like a bit. It's like a big compound, right? But I want to. I think I might turn it into my museum. Like I might do the white or the wooden floors in here. It'll make it so much brighter. But this will be like the perfect place to just like line up. Like where are they? I think they're under displays. Right? Yeah. Oh no, they're not gonna fit in here. I didn't even think about that. Not that I need these. Like these aren't necessary. But they look so good. But why you would need, at least in the areas that I want these specific walls, I would need like I think I would actually need them to be taller, like a floor and a half. But there's just not a lot of good half window pieces that aren't like those tapered ones in this set. Like these are technically like a half wall height, but obviously they're not a wall. And then all your half walls are actually, I didn't even realize we had these orange. What the heck? This is so weird. This is a roof piece, but is it the same height as a half wall? No, it's a little bit taller. This is so weird. I have returned. Let's go. What color is that? That is a different shade from that brown, right? What did they use those for in the prefabs even? I feel like they didn't. Yeah, why didn't they give us better half walls in this kit? Like some, like just plain, I guess, stuff like this just white. Because these are exterior walls too. Oh, these look good facing outward. Kind of match my aesthetic. Oh, Brick Life has the spires too. I did see a thing on Twitter about that. I think I just make something that looks cool. I don't think I make this functional. I think I just make something that externally looks cool, and then this will be my practice run. But then I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily not need this in my expert world, but I'm sure I'll find something to do with it. I guess this could have been a project I started in Sandbox. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with this here. Not that everything in my expert world needs to be fully functional for something, but I like the idea of making this into a museum. And what I don't like about this is for a museum, I would really want the walls to be 1.5 walls high. But it means all the buildings are going to have to... I guess it wouldn't look bad if I made them like fully windowed going all the way across, because it's just going to end up looking like not terrible. I guess I could have them be like 2 stories tall for a floor to have like display on. Because the problem is I only have these kind of half walls to build a wall and a half high, and from the outside it doesn't look bad, but we get so much, I think, more white than we want, but I guess it's not bad. As long as I'm able to, like, can I stack another one of those on top of that, at least? Does it let me do that? Because these are also, like, rounded on the top, so I don't know if they'll, like, even let me stack something on top of that. Because it may not count as a supporting piece. Yeah, what's going on, Kingpin? So let's see. Okay, so I can, and it doesn't look like it looks terrible, but I don't know, it's a little redundant if I were to, like, do a building. I guess I could always, like, right there, that's where I would taper this building in and just go up from there instead of, or like, in then up instead of just stacking right on top of that layer. So like here we'd make another roof, you know what I mean? So let's go here. And see, these would want to snap down there, but I would want them more like, because I don't need that much extra space. So So I could go like that and kind of mimic the height that's there. So then from here to here, this gives me height. And I guess I could replace the roofs on there and do it for those builds if I want to make them like that. But from here, that gives me enough space to insert these guys with a little bit of extra space above them even. So like if I wanted to make a build that could house these, I would have to make these buildings half wall taller. Or I wonder. Problem solving. So like let's just put that there because that's like where we want to test it. Someone get me out of here. Okay. So then could I just, how high would that, so it goes, okay, so there it's got a supporting piece. I guess I could try adding a second one of the smaller ones, like right on top of that. And then keep the, and then just move the floor height to there. Or there. And maybe even, what could I do to break up that pad? Like, oh, it's blue. It really wouldn't look good. I was thinking of something to put in between those 2 points, because I could all I'd have to do is raise this building up by another one of those things, or a full half wall, which goes up like almost twice as high as that does. Because I want to leave room for these museum display type deals. And I don't like the way those look double stacked. I wonder... I also don't like not being able to go anywhere I need to. There we go. Could try flipping that piece. I don't think that would look good though. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for it, because check it out. Because like here, if we kept going across like that, right? It leaves a lot of white space there, but that actually gives us room to put some of these guys if we want to. Or like some of the smaller ones, right? So like that honestly looks really good right there, or if I did 2 of them side by side or something like that. But it gives me some room to work with if I wanted to put some stuff instead of windows. So I don't think that looks terrible. So I think, let me look at the other thing I would want to, because what else would I want to display in here? Because I think I could do a small weapons display would be fun too. Like, even though I've already got my big display base. But, like, in here... What are these? Gravel. What? What is this one? Ooh. So you make your own planters? Why didn't I notice these before? These would look great. What, do you put your own plants in them then? Or you just use like these kind of plants or something? They need more like organic looking plants that are actually like sprouting out of the ground, so you could put them in situations like that. Where are those? Where are the pedestals? I know some of them... Are they... I think they're under sculptures. But I know some of them come on... Like, this comes with a pedestal, and obviously we would need a much taller room for this. Because that's what I need is, like... I guess this could just be a superhero academy. That's probably what I'll make. This won't be a museum. This will just be a pure... I'm going to kind of just abandon the museum idea and save it for another theme, because I'm like, I like what I'm building here. It just doesn't fit the parameters that I think I'm looking for like a museum. I would have had to plan ahead better in my head and make taller builds, but I kind of like where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to keep going. We'll just aim to make it superhero-y. Okay, so this one, we're just going to leave this like this, but we are going to make that one a half one taller. I like that. And then we just need to fill those back in. So we're going to leave this like that. Because I like the idea of making these like dorms and stuff like that too. I don't know if that's going to be permanent, but we'll see. So I am going to leave this how I've been doing it, and we're going to continue that around. Because this one we can actually make taller. We can definitely make this... Either we make it taller, or I just... The build will be taller, but we can make the roofing the same, and up here we could actually, like... put this in at the height that it would essentially supposed to go, and then down here... We could make this like a lounge area, or instead of just being a flat roof. But I don't know, I kind of like the idea of having higher ceilings in there too, because it gives you more like openness in general instead of just having one wall's height. We'll figure it out. So the first thing, actually, yeah, let's make this blue. We'll figure out like floor palette patterns later. I kind of want to get the whole structure done up, and then we'll figure out some of the more intricate details, like if I want to start using some of these half and half blue and wooden floor patterns to kind of make some, it's just some nifty stuff. Yeah, not being able to see out the windows in a lot of these sets has been a thing. But for now, I'm just going to make all the floors blue. And if I decide to go with something different later, we can do that. I guess I could have just flipped those. No, I can't flip the corner ones around, I suppose. There we are. Alright, so now what we gotta do is figure out a stairway. Probably just do... Actually, I wonder. Make it look cool in here. Dude, those damn nubs, man. They ruin everything. Actually, I'd rather have like some sort of like help desk or something here. Like, what do we got? Yeah, that'll be good. Just do like that right in the middle, like that, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that even meant to go with that? Is there a longer version of that? That's annoying. Got that, and then the stairs should go like over that, you know? So like, is there enough room to get, no, I'll pull it back just a little bit. There we go, now we can get under. And I guess I could always, like, bring it all the way over on one side, so it looks like there's, like, one little entrance to the little help desk there. Boom. One way to get in. Oh, wonder if that little rope would work. What is that under? Is that under displays? I swear it was. Like, it's not a fence. It's, like, either displays. Does anybody else know? Is it sculptures? Where the little rope, the red rope is. I swear it's somewhere weird. I don't think it's under fences. It's the one from Oro. There it is. It's under decorations and houseware. Of course it is. Oh, it just needs a gold bar, but I think that could fit there. I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a little gate right there, if nothing else. But I like this to look like a little lobby. And then let's get the railings on. This would go up here. Which would then, I feel, would be best if we just went up from like here. Oh wait, did I do these off? Hold on. I think I did something wrong here. Where I need to pull these stairs back one space, otherwise I'm gonna have a gap that I won't be able to fill. Oh my gosh, the lag is destroying me. Yeah, we need to move one of these stairs up or back a space. Otherwise it's not gonna match. Oh god, no! The no reg. The one time the no reg saves you. There we go. Doesn't look like much of a difference, oh, but it is. And now. I could probably fit another one of those there, which I can. Perfect. Okay, so now that'll go up to there. And then, should I just have it, should I split it? Let's go with the 8. Like that. And then, can we go outwards from there? Like, how much room would I have up in this build? I think that's pretty much perfect. About as best as I can ask for there. Maybe I should push this whole thing back a bit more even. Like this almost feels too close. Like I should just bring this back. Because I can make this longer. I want to almost make this like the main entrance of the campus, like the main office downstairs, and then upstairs be like study areas and stuff. Trying to make it feel like almost like a college campus. Just have to figure out. We'll just do that later. Yeah, I feel like it's too cramped. When you walk in and it's just like boom, desk and stairs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What I should actually do is just break this and then I think something like this would be better, because then when you were on this part going up and you're taking these stairs, right? Like right here, there'd be a little balcony. Oh wait, there's no half. Dude, I just remembered, there's no half railings for this kit. Why did they, dude, why did they do this? Is it like, is it bugged and is there one in Sandbox that's available? I bet that would be the case. Because, like, why are we allowed to do these? But then over here, you got no safety. You're just going to... kind of just work. I was going for a museum, but I've kind of abandoned that idea. Granted, I still want to build a museum for all the different artwork pieces and stuff in the game. But this, now I'm kind of just messing around with the academy in general and kind of just making it, like, almost like a college campus kind of vibe. But what I'm so disappointed in is there's no half railings for this kit. And then, like, that's not the right height for that half railing. We have to... That one could work, but dude, it just kills the whole aesthetic we've already been going for. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't look bad. It kind of matches because we got the dark blue. And I think there's a full one, so we could, like, even technically inside, like, change up the aesthetic just a little bit. But I hate that. I hate that I have to, like, not go with that. Yeah, it's destroying me right now because I'm like, I don't know what else to use. Yeah, that one kind of matches, but nothing looks as good as the one that's built for that theme. Like that, it literally matches the whole stairs going up. And then there's not... There's just nothing like that. Like I was thinking like, oh, maybe I do like these going up, but then even that like feels awkward. Object in the way? You're kidding me. What is going on? Bro, it's like there's... You're like, oh, I got a workaround. No, you don't. No, you don't, Epic. Your workaround means nothing. Because I would use a lot of pieces. But I would also think about, like, what about these? Those work there, but then they don't... Somehow an object is in the way there. I say lies. You tried the same thing? It's usually my go-to is just use smaller railing or smaller regular railings for that. Is it the staircase or is it those pieces? So now let's find that out. Because it's definitely the stairs. And is it just these stairs? Because I swear that would work on like any other staircase. What is going on? It works with those stairs just fine. These ones works on the first step. Nope, not there. What about this side? Is it just that side? Oh yeah, it's just that side. Wait, but then that one... No, that one doesn't count. So we can do there, not there. We can do there. I can go the space off. That looks weird. So it's the stairs. The stairs themselves broken. Broken, gone. And it's like if you do it into the ground, like obviously it's not an issue then. But obviously if you do it anytime, if you try to do it in a building, you're screwed. Because like here, we could cheat around it, you know, just build the full stair into the ground and it works into it still kind of looks weird because they're extending out so far. But at least you could work around it that way, whereas like you can't snap through parts like this. One stud from the Halloween set. Was that are those railings? I guess I could just click it. Like these guys? Oh, not those. These like these guys. Yeah, it's that space. It's that space altogether. Wait, is it my camera just goofing up and lifting it? Hold on. No, it's... Because if I start it here and then nudge it, then you know it's on the same axis, but it just doesn't make any sense. I guess we could go, like, just ones. You know what I mean? But I don't like that color. Isn't there another single one that's a better color like that? We could build on that outer part of the step, just not the inner part of the step. So like, these could work. They're white. And it would at least give us something there. Like, it's weird, but it works. it like works good enough. Like it's like with what the problem is. Like, I guess that's like, I'll take that as like a W, I suppose. Wait, are these supposed to? I guess with this one, I'll kind of have to do it the quote-unquote wrong way. Because I think they, technically you'd want them like facing out, but that obviously matches up better with the aesthetic there. It looks all right. Looks better than I thought it would. Looks better than I thought it would. Was there any other options that I had there? I think that was the best one, because it's, like I said, it was white. When was the last time in your life? About 2 days ago. And see, what's cool is we'll just build over that. Because the only thing we don't have to build over... I think we'll leave it as, because, like, I guess I'll try to avoid using these half stairs, because they're so problematic, but whatever, man. I just want to use these. Why is the spacing like that? Oh, it's because these stairs never snap together correctly. Or, like, I swear when you do staircases and you go snap to snap to snap, it will misalign you for the standard height of a 1 or a 1.5 ceiling. Like, I swear it throws you off. Like, technically, these floors should be, like, 1 space higher, I think. Like, technically, these were almost supposed to go here. Or these ones were supposed to start higher. Because, like, I don't know, when you snap it, it just does it wrong. Yeah, like your 90-degree spiral staircase. I do that like it's a big castle move. So you try to get some sort of workable staircase going in a tight tower, and it's tough. See what I think I'll do. How's that not centered? Oh, I guess it's because I'm off by, like, I'm not off center necessarily. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wait, what? Did I build that structure off to the left or to the right 1 space? I think I did.
Good evening, Epic. Sorry, I haven't been around. Work has been crazy busy.
Oh,
I hope
trust
all
me.
is well.
I've been stressed out and distracted as well lately, so don't even sweat it. I think we're good. Itchy eyeball. Alright. Is that a space of 3 that I'm seeing there? Do my eyes deceive me? I guess that's not the worst mistake, especially when it's like floating. I guess it's because I have 2 structures that are off-center from each other, so it might cause a few discrepancies here and there. But I think having a 1 space gap there is acceptable. Like, that's not the end of the world. Get out of here. But yeah, the last time I was live about 2 days ago, but I have been quite absent before that. Do we just build across there? because I have this structure centered in this structure, it's going to cause a few little things like that. I guess that's if I wanted it to be right up to that part right there, but otherwise this works. So now we just make this building come all the way back. Dude's just breaking my house. Working overtime for it, too. Stop it! Did you break my bench? Why is there not root over here? Why is there not root over here? What'd you break? What'd you break? Where did the not root come from, huh? Where did it come from? I don't like this. What'd you do? Do. Coming along, coming along, coming along. What else did I need? I guess kind of finish the walls going back. Start with what we know. What I know is I need these walls built. What do? We go from big to the small, so that's this one over here, goes down to there.
Can you raid me when you are done?
I cannot guarantee that, but be on there when when I'm, I'll be done in the next probably 30 minutes. Actually, I'm not gonna go till 8. I gotta pick Heather up a little early from work today, but otherwise, if you're on the list of people streaming LEGO Fortnite when I'm done, there's probably a good chance I'll raid over. Not to you specifically, but like, I mean, I raid over to people in that section all the time, but I don't want to guarantee it. But if you've been, you know me. I always raid over to someone in the same category. Still got some room, and I'm probably I'm gonna do a first layer, and then when I'm done with this, I will very likely do some connecting things. Like, I might have something over here connect to the top of that building, or have some sort of interesting connection. I want to have something that kind of shakes it up too. Like right now I'm building symmetrically, but I think later on I kind of want to like break that symmetry and add just some stuff that's a little off. I think I have a bugged villager spawn here. Maybe I gotta like take this villager with me so like the campfire goes away, because maybe that's why it's counting it as a landmark nearby even though there isn't. That's the only thing I can think of. Alright, I don't know where I'm gonna pop that back up yet, but let's figure out how far back we want this building to go. Oh, that's cool too. I didn't see that one either. This seems about right. Should probably put a door in the middle here too. Yeah, so window, window. It looks so awesome right now. Thank you. Good. Good, Anakin. Good. Now kill him. Just keep it going. Just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Leave me alone. Oh, I hope I went around this correctly. I guess I can have it not be perfectly centered in here. That'll be okay. So much space did I, like, have there? Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think as long as we go something like that, wrap that around so there's room to the front of that one. Something like that. Does that leave me enough space for a 16? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Gotta love the jump attack. Bones, you go outside? You're not sleeping, which means you're either hungry or gotta pee. Which one is it, Mr. Bones? Let me go let the dogs out here in a mo. Why is there no 12s in this whole set? There's no 12 by 12 of these. There's no 12 long. What is happening? Where are my 12s? Where are my 12s at? Like, I could still math it out, but it usually helps when there's a 12. But they do have a 2x4, which pretty much none others have. So how would you go about building a prefab to stay in the sky? Can't, like, I think just ballooning it, or do you mean like permanently floating, like with the bus station technique? Because can't you snap prefabs now, or some of the other ones? I don't know if you can do them all now. No, I wish it would let you snap, because as long as you can connect something to an already, like if you had a floating structure, and then you were able to get the prefab to connect to it, and then build it, and then put a bus station on it, then it would float. You just have to find a way to get it established first in the air. That would be the tough part. No, you just need, because like, once it's built up there, then it'll only break down if you disconnect it, right? From something that's connecting it. So when you're finished, then just plop a bus station on, then disconnect it, and you should be good. I would imagine. Heyo! Waiting for it. Oh, you didn't. Wait, you did do TPS.
Hi-yo!
There it is. Heyo! I think they updated the TTS that I use, like the fishy guy. I feel like it's more, like it doesn't go as hard, and it pops up the thing, or at least it, maybe I didn't notice before. Okay, so hold on, I gotta let the dogs out too. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. No, I gotta go further than that. Oops. It wouldn't lag every time I clicked on a piece, maybe. Further. Hey! Where are you? Okay, I think that's about where I would want it. That's gonna do. That's gonna work. Okay, we'll bring it out to there. And I guess I could even make the windows a little more, like, interesting. Yeah, rubber banding, honestly, it's been bad for me all the time. But what I've noticed is, like, driving a vehicle near my builds is, like, extra killer. Alright, I'm gonna go let the dogs out real quick. Get a view of the build. No, I don't want to mark that. I don't want to mark that. I want to mark off so people don't see my marker in the middle of the build that I'm trying to do. Also ignore some of the random, like that staircase right there. Here, let's just go get rid of it. That's not supposed to be as temporary. Construction. This is what we're working on. Oh God, Alex. BRB.
Get back fast!
Oh, I'm muted. Rip. I was actually about to mute myself anyway to blow my nose. Rip. But anyway, tips for building the Storm King. That's what I was talking about. As far as defeating the Storm King, it's tough on expert mode, especially right now, because they like upped the stun lock, like what the enemy's ability to stun you. So you get locked into stuns, plus the lag kills you really easily. But in general, the best practice for Storm King is Gold and Sapphire Sword, Gold and Sapphire Crossbow. You want Damage 3, Stormbane 3, Lifesteal 3, and Zapping 3 are going to be your best rune setup. And then it really just comes down to you need to have your attention split a lot of different ways. So the fight is very attention intensive. So like the first couple phases, obviously you're just like fighting the spawners on their own. But then you move, once the Storm King actually spawns in, then you're fighting the Storm King and the spawners and the enemies and all the attacks that the Storm King does all at once. So it really comes down to remembering to keep your head on a swivel, like when you're fighting the enemies and the spawners while the Storm King is active. Because you don't want to just be fighting enemies and then get hit with a meteor or get hit with a laser beam, and then you're toast. Great talk. Always a good talk. Always a good muted epic chat. All right, I like this. The only thing I don't like about it is that I went a story and a half tall, so I'll have to do another funny stairway to get up to that level. Or I could do something niftier than that even. What if... Let's try that when we get it fleshed out. I have an idea. I have an idea. Please just leave me alone. Okay. Boy, that's the part I wanted to test. So what if over here... Right, what if we broke this? And then right here... like that. How would that end up looking if I continued that over? I don't really care about the wall right now. But what if we like implanted this part of the build into that one? And then I could get it to go up 2 stairs. I could use these stairs here to go up into this level. I just don't know how it would work as far as like the overall look, or if it would look just weird. Let's see. Because like this would be the roof here essentially. Like, let's just, except, yeah, we could just build the roof there. But no, I kind of do want some to be open like this. Or open, more open, like a taller ceiling. So maybe I raise this up to like there. just don't know how it would look if I had... What walls do I have? I have this. Just try that. And then would a window fit in between there? What am I building? Pretty much just like a superhero academy campus. I forgot I have these too. Can make the tops more interesting. I forgot about these. These are like wall pieces. Yeah, I forgot about these. Are like, it's weird that they're in roofs, but they basically should be in wall pieces, I feel like. You can't see through these windows anyway. So I'm trying to just test how it would look. Like this. Oh crap, I'm out of frostbine. Yeah, I can put that all the way up against the window, although it'll be off by a space. If I have it all the way up against, because it's inset by a space. Guess I could just do them at the normal level. I think it would look good, actually. It would end up looking better that way. But I did want to build more than this up here, and I guess I still can. Let's just keep this going. We'll just go with the flow. We're going with the flow here. I think I have more frostbine. There we go. Okay. I think I brought more marble with me, didn't I? Yeah, I think we'll go with this. I'm leveling up. Wow, I'm leveling up a lot. Another one? Hey, another one. What did I do, chat? Hey, there it is. Capped off. What have I done? Man, do you know how much money I would pay for unlimited building in this game? I pay like $100 a month. No, I shouldn't say that. Not everybody could afford. I could barely afford that. That would be irresponsible. But, dude, what I would do to... Because, like, I love building to this scale, but I just know I'm not going to be able to do everything I want to here. Like, for a fact. Oh, wait, did I goof up the... spacing for the corner there? Secret for the levels? I don't know, man. I must have just done a bunch of quests at once right there. Still thinking. Just thinking about adding these. Like instead of the floors there. I think I can do that. Like just to give it more shape here in this part of the build. Because again, you can't see through the other side. And I'm basically using the same amount of pieces. You would just see that kind of gap from above, I guess. I guess those are partially necessary. But without those, could I just put those lower? I would need them lower. But they would need to be going the other way. Can they? Come on! Yes. Oh, that piece is gonna dig in and block it though, isn't it? Oh, no? Okay, perfect. So we can get that down lower. What am I building? Right now, a big-ass building. A BAB, as we call it. No, kind of just working with the new superhero parts. Seeing if I can make some magic come together here. So one side we won't be able to perfectly fit, just because of the size I made this building. That's okay. You'll almost never notice there's a space there. Almost. I'm just really afraid I'm gonna hit build complexity before I even get to any decorations. If only there was a 12, which there is not. So I think that's exactly what these are. What do I just use? 4s? Yeah, that's gonna be probably the most efficient for the pattern. This is what I don't like to do because it's a lot of small pieces, but and these ones don't have any pattern on them at all, so it's kind of sucks. Oh, I'm out of vines, and I'm running out of pieces. I need to go back to the base tomorrow before stream and get some more stuff. Hello. But this is what I've been working on for now 2 streams. So today's the 2nd stream. Alright. So now, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Got it. Figure out how we're going up there next. I probably should have brought this forward more now that I think about it. So there's less roof space, more of this, but I can always change that tomorrow, I suppose. Just like bring this, so because like there's almost no space here, I can push that up. All right, let's get this filled in. Oops. I'll get it later. Maybe. Maybe. Right now it's huge, but it's just so it's so empty, but I'm gonna try to add decorations. Still need rails there. Close all the doors. Yeah, I think I should bring that forward more. Definitely going to build it up another story or 2. But what do we think? What do we think? So, and I still have to add all the external bushes. Like, there's a lot of... Like, I'll eventually wrap these railings going all the way around and do more bushes going all the way around. And then I've got to copy this little setup and put it over here. Because right now I haven't done that. And then... Yeah, we're working on it. It's coming together so far. I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. That's out of... It's technically not centered. It wasn't a permanent placement. Give it back. Actually, there, now we can center it. Right there. It's got to get some lights going. And I'm going to break up the roof. The roof is plain right now, but I think I might make some changes later on. But so far, so good. Still got some stuff in the back to do, too. Like, I've got plenty of ground to work on here, which I do intend to use. So, actually, I think I was going to... I guess I could build those anywhere at this point. Let's just get this filled in. See, I wish I had 12s here. It'd be so much easier if I had 12s, then I could use a lot less pieces. Damn it. Thank you, Jess. Like, there's always a way to fill it in, but if I had 12 by 12s for this kit... I guess... Oh, couldn't I just use Beachside Boulevard pieces? Aren't they basically the same? And they have a 12 by 12? This is a little more, like, notches in it, but, like, worth, right? I don't know. It's like such a similar technique, but it's, like, a little more flat. Like, I guess I could have just done that the whole time. And I'm going to leave those open for now because it was where I was going to put a little stair opening to, like, have another walkway kind of like this. So, like, it kind of in. And then I still also kind of forgot to add the floors back here eventually. I did kind of want to add that up front. And then kind of later on work more of these in. Like, implant one of these into the floor there, and kind of just throughout the whole build, so it kind of comes together a little bit more like that. There's at least a little more color in certain areas. But, like, stuff like that, where all I gotta do is, like, break a... It's probably not gonna be even, but, like... Boom. Put one of these... right there. Just those every once in a while. That'll bring some more color to it. And then other stuff I'll add tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get around to it once I get the whole structure finished. But then there's like the lights. Here, let's just go grab some bright core real quick. Because the lights are going to make it look great, I feel like, especially while it's dark right now. Let's get a little test look. Okay, I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Where'd that spider go? I haven't decided where I'm going to put them yet, but basically... Right? Something like that. Right? These are the first, like, street city lights we've got so far. Let's just throw in a couple, because it's the fun part. And then would I want to put one like here and here. Is that tasteful? Yeah, looks like a research facility. It's kind of like the idea. I guess it could look like a lot of different things. I could probably turn those forward too, and it might look even a little better than they are sideways. Spaces in between them, but maybe I changed it. Yeah. So it's 4 from the side. And then every 8. Sweet. There. Now we've kind of got. Here, let me also make the staircase not get in the way either. We'll build it differently. We get one final look. We'll call it there for the night. You just build it so you don't actually see the staircase as you're looking at it. Oh! The lights are almost too. I don't think I need those two. I think those two are overkill. I'll just go on like the border with these mostly, and do some sort of different light for the insides. Those just match so darn well, dude. The blue, the transparent blue, like the shiny blue for all.
Can you still raid me?
We will see. Asking multiple times probably doesn't help your situation. Yeah, it's all coming together. We'll get it finished up tomorrow. Or I don't want to say finished up, but... Yeah, what's going on, CK? Working on this butte. Not finished yet, but we're getting there. Probably end up building this another story high. I change the window pattern though, but yeah, make that go a little higher. And I also might, like I said, tomorrow I might actually go back and bring it forward. Like, see how this starts, this wall starts right here. I need to make this wall start, like, here, roughly. Move it up so it takes, so there's less green on the top of this build. That, or I just keep it as is and I build, like, another structure literally on top of this, which isn't a bad idea. But I still think I need to move that other part forward. And then, like, I've got to do stuff like repeat this stuff over there. Add more, like, over here, I want to add, like, tables and stuff. So, like, stuff like this. Boom, boom, all the way around. Add some little study areas, all that. So let's call it there. Yeah, oh yeah, Zen Garden would be a good idea. Oh yeah, on top. That would be, if I added some, like a little walkway in between all the green, like a door that came out of there, maybe. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. No, I've got you, dude. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I've got a good idea for tomorrow. Give me my crew stuff. I don't even know what that was. That might have been regular unlocks. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And also, everybody, thank you so much for using my creator code when you do. It is so helpful. I don't like sometimes I forget to like it just whenever like it reaches the threshold, the deposit, the whatever for the creator code payouts. Sometimes I forget to look at what they are because they just go right into my account. And then I'm like, God dang, you guys are helping out a lot. Like it's several $100s per month sometimes. And that helps out extremely, extremely high amounts. So thank you guys so much. Creator code Epic Bricks in the item shop is very much appreciated, especially if you are a crew subscriber. Every month when you pay your crew, it'll count towards the creator code you use. So all of that, very much appreciated. You guys are supporting me more than I could ever ask for. So just keep it going. And I should be live tomorrow. However, actually, I may not be live tomorrow. I want to be live, but I'm going to be in Chicago tomorrow. But I should have a setup to stream. I just don't know if I'll have it all ready to go then on like by Thursday night. So I don't think I'll be able to, unless I do like a super early live tomorrow morning. You guys probably won't see me till Friday when I'm in Chicago for Brickworld Chicago. Yeah, how's it going, Jules? So if anybody is in the Schaumburg area of like northern-ish Illinois this weekend, bring the family out to Brickworld Chicago. I'm not bringing anything to display. I'm just gonna hang out and join as I always do. And then like last year, they got me a PC setup that I'm gonna be able to stream from the venue, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I love going to LEGO conventions. I have been going to less the last 2 years than like the 2 previous years, but still got to make it out to Chicago. All right, guys. And then also drop a follow on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. And I was also thinking about, since I have like the bandwidth for it, I might as well just start streaming out to Kick. To get some extra eyeballs to the other platforms. But then I also see, well, what if Kick ends up working out? What if I get some crazy crowd of people on Kick that ends up liking what I do? And I know Kick pays like literally pretty much like hourly pretty well from what I've been seeing. So might as well just throw out another like that's what content creation's all about. Just throwing out the fishing lines. Like the more lines you have, the more potential bites you can get. And you never know where you're going to see success. Like that's the other thing is I need to get back posting, I think, on Facebook. Because dude, you know, you sometimes like dismiss certain platforms, but then you never know if that could be the platform that pops you off. All right. Give me 1 second. LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. Haskins is on. Darth Scion. She Wars. Fizzy. Logan. Ready Haskins? Yeah, we'll do Haskins. I don't even think the other Mako, I don't even see well, I don't know what their account name is, but I don't think I see it online. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hopefully we get some good updates here. I'm going to try to stay strong and stay on a good streaming schedule here because I love this game, but it's gotten me a little bit discouraged to put like all 1,000 of my effort into it. Sometimes I get to that point where I'm like, I need some results. Not like I deserve anything for the effort I put into the game, but I think us as a player base deserve a little bit more from the game than we've been getting. But otherwise, next time I see you guys, I'll be in Chicago. Have a great night, guys. Say hello to Haskins for me. I'll probably drop in for a little bit as well. But I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.